A flowchart is a picture of the separate steps of a process in sequential order. It is a generic tool that can be adapted for a wide variety of purposes and can be used to describe various processes, such as a manufacturing process, an administrative or service process, or a project plan. It is a common process analysis tool and one of the 7 basic quality tools. Elements that may be included in a flowchart are a sequence of actions, materials or services, entering or leaving the process, also inputs or outputs, decisions that must be made, people who become involved, time involved at each step, and or process measurements. A flowchart is a type of diagram that represents a workflow or process. A flowchart can be defined as a diagrammatic representation of an algorithm, a step-by-step approach to solving a task. The flowchart shows the steps as boxes of various kinds and their order by connecting the boxes with arrows. This diagrammatic representation illustrates a solution model to a given problem. Flowcharts are used in designing and documenting simple processes or programs. Like other types of diagrams, they help visualize what is going on and thereby helps to understand a process and perhaps also find less obvious features within the process, like flaws and bottlenecks. There are different types of flowcharts, and each of them have their own set of boxes and notations. All Six Sigma teams are groups of individuals, but not all groups of individuals have the cohesiveness of a team. Teams outperform individuals because they generate a special energy. This energy develops as the team members work together, fusing their personal energies and talents to deliver tangible performance results. To ensure the effectiveness of a Six Sigma project, team champions and team leaders need to take concrete actions during the development stages. The relevance of these actions and the importance of the Six Sigma leadership increases in direct proportion to the extent of the conditions like the company culture and the working in functional silos. The project team is cross-functional, with each member having a diverse background and imbalance of power among team members. The time frame and resources allocated for the team's actions or activities are sufficient. And when it comes to creating flowcharts, this plays a very crucial role because it allows insight from various backgrounds. An oval, also known as the terminator symbol. This symbol represents the starting points and endpoints and potential outcomes of a path. They often contain the word start or end within the shape, or any specific text which will help to identify their individual purpose. The rectangle, which is also known as the action symbol, is the shape that represents a process, action, or function within the flowchart. It is perhaps one of the most widely used symbols in any flowchart. The diamond, which is also referred to as a rhombus, indicates a question that needs to be answered. This is usually a binary question, either yes or no or true or false. The flowchart path may then split off into different branches which are dependent upon the answer or the consequences thereafter. The rhomboid is also referred to as the data symbol. This shape represents data that is available for input or output, as well as representing resources used or generated. While the paper tape symbol also represents input-output, it is outdated and no longer in common use for flowcharts and diagramming. Then we have what is known as a double-struck rectangle. This indicates a complicated process or operation that is well known or that is already defined elsewhere, either within the flowchart or in another chart. Not all flowcharts are simple. Some of them can be quite convoluted or complex. This is why we have the small circle. This is usually used with the more complex charts, as it connects separate elements across one page. Then we have issues with extremely complex flowcharts that may cover multiple pages. This is why we need the pentagon. The pentagon is frequently used with complex chart, and the symbol connects separate elements across multiple pages with the page number usually placed on or within the shape for easy reference. A flowchart must flow from the beginning to the end. And in order to show this progression from one end to the other, we need a set of arrows. Every single element within the flowchart is connected by a line with an arrow. Sometimes it can have an arrow on both ends, indicating that a part of the process may flow both ways, but it usually has the arrows going one direction so that you know where to go. Every week, we upload new videos between 5 and 10 minutes in length, where we will focus on the strategic implementation of Lean and Six Sigma. As a Six Sigma expert, I am passionate about quality. And if you are too, then click subscribe to be notified whenever we upload our next Lean Six Sigma video.